Yeah, 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 yeah. Dang it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Check, check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. What is this? All right. My mic sounds nice. Hope I ain't too loud. Pardon me. I forgot my headphones. Yeah. Welcome to the tiny deck. Happy Tuesday. Oh, Wednesday. It's hump day. What am I doing? All right. Bear with me. I'm going to be with you in a memento. Thank you for joining me on the tiny deck. I am Ricky Jones. Just here to express myself a little bit today. Check me on all the socials, IG, Twitters, Facebook. It's Ricky S himself. Shout out to my Halloween decorations. Those are webs, by the way. We're supposed to be doing some other stuff around here, but this is the backyard. The front looks nice, nicer than any other yard I've decorated. Well, I didn't decorate. Shout out to baby Lyric Jones Nelson. Shout out to baby B. Shout out to Caleb. Shout out to Talia. They did all that. We're going to get into it. Peace to the family. DJ, yes. Good to have you up here, brother. About to get to it. Show them how it's done. As per usual. Dogs is eating apples and the sun is out. What a blessing. What a blessing. Peace to anybody that's tuning in. Gonna start off like this. If you got time today, holler at me. Coinbase.com. Marketplace where you can buy all your crypto and now NFTs as well. Holler at me if you're interested. If you don't have a Coinbase account, I can send you a referral code and we can both get $10 in free Bitcoin. Basically $10 in free monies. Hopefully the wind ain't affecting nothing. I got the noise suppression on, so that should help out situations and scenarios. So go check out Coinbase.com, man. Crypto marketplace, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, and the other thousands of cryptos. If you're in the Shiba Inu, if you're in the Doge, crypto, as well as NFTs, Coinbase.com. Check it out. We're going to get into something real quick here, though. Man. Peace to the family tuning in and checking it out. So today, everybody's favorite muckraker himself, they call him a conspiracy theorist. I just call him a guy with information. Alex Jones. Man, let's read this here. A Connecticut jury in the InfoWars host Alex Jones defamation trial said on Wednesday that he must pay $965 million in damages to multiple families that suffered from his false claims about the 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary School mass shooting, which killed 26 people, including 20 children. The 15 plaintiffs in this trial said that since the 2012 shooting, Jones's followers have harassed them and sent them death threats, spurred on by his conspiracy theories. Now, I have went down those Sandy Hook rabbit holes. Very interesting information. Specifically in regards to, I believe his name is Adam Lanza. I believe he was the shooter in the Sandy Hook situation. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not going to Google it, but I'm coming off the head with this information. But look into it if you want. There is some stuff that's kind of like, yeah. But peace to the families, not for the comeuppance, but for the loss of their loved ones, especially children, if this is being told as how they showed us. But there's a lot of rabbit holes when it comes to these mass shootings over the past few years. One that got swept under the rug was the Vegas situation out there. Another one that got swept under the rug was I believe it was at an Ariana Grande concert. It's a lot of them that get spoke on. They hit the news cycle for a day or two and then they disappear. But then they have other ones that happen to linger on. This was a decade ago, 2012. And they're hitting this man for almost $1 billion in damages because he saw something strange and in tune, shall I say, reported the news. Now, it's sad that people took it among themselves to reach out to these people and harass and degrade because you don't know the extent of this situation and scenario. But there are some little things. There's a video of one of the parents, can't remember the gentleman's name, but this individual did like a press conference, I would say, in regards to the massacre. I hope I don't care if they take this stuff down, but anyway, dude was like laughing, and then when he got up to the microphone, he started crying. It was kind of like, what was that, homie? You didn't expect this camera to be on until you started talking or something? But that's neither here nor there. Alex Jones, there is a private airstrip mere what, 8 miles away, I would say 6 to 8 miles away. So if you're into flying planes, the Renton airport is where you at. But yeah, they just hit this ball for a Billy. And I don't know how these payouts work. I don't know how damages and civil suits and trials work at all. But when I see a number like that, divided by 15 or however they doing it, I don't intend on seeing nobody getting a payday of $1 billion spread out. But man, that's a touching subject. I don't want to look callous or shrewd, but they just hit that boy for that paper. And hey, you got to watch your mouth on these internet streams, especially when you are such a popular figure as Alex Jones himself. I want to say peace to JSU, peace to Primetime. That man is black college football right now, and his whole intention is to turn black college football into just college football. Do you see the paydays that are taking place right now? Outside of the NIL and personal deals that these boys is doing, outside of the promotional and sponsorship deals that these boys is doing, just the school alone. Imagine if that level of income was not spread amongst these huge conferences. That's why schools in Missouri move to conferences where they play teams in Florida. That's why schools in Colorado move to conferences where they play teams in California. That's why schools in Texas say, screw this sibling rivalry stuff. We need to play Alabama. The money's too big. It's too large. Only reason I had this hat on is because of the sun. But I should wear hats more often. Pardon me. But Mr. Sanders, sir, you are the one. I'm appreciating his efforts. Shout out to Eddie George. Shout out to Eddie Robinson Jr., man. This is just a reality check, is all it is. There are young men that play high school football that still get a thrill out of knowing, hey, I can go to FAMU, Grambling, Howard. I can go to these schools, and out of my 10 games, 11, 12 games that season, 8 to 9 of them games are going to be played in NFL stadiums with fairly decent crowds, and it's going to be an exciting situation. Even if you go to a school like UAPB, Hampton, TSU, you still get the opportunity to play in professional stadiums. You still get the opportunity to play in front of big crowds, in front of your vibe and your environment. And a lot of these boys still want that. Dion is trying to up the ante. Shout out to my boy Mel, man. He posted a video the other day. Looked like it was like a media day, HBCU news. And Dion's just stating the fact. Appalachian State every year goes and plays a top tier D1 school. Every other year, it seems like they beat them. They go up to Michigan. They go down to Georgia. They go back up to Tennessee. They go to all these places. And this little bitty school, I think they're in Virginia, or they might be in one of the Carolinas. But this little small school has enticed talent, JUCO talent and others, to come down there knowing, hey, a few times out of the year, we're going to play in front of a spectacle and scouts and fans and people who are going to see the name, end up following me on IG, this, that, and the other. Pardon. And end up having an opportunity to be seen in the light that you wouldn't be seen playing in front of 2,500 people in Alabama or Virginia or Carolina somewhere at one of these smaller institutions. The talent is what it is. We've known for years historically, some of the greatest players have came out very small schools, recent history to past history. Look at a T.O., look at a Jerry Rice. Lawrence Taylor, for what it's worth, went to North Carolina. They're not a historical football school. They're a basketball school. But he came up out of there and became one of the greatest defenders ever. So, on a landscape outlook, Dion is doing the proper thing. Appalachian State gets 1.5 to $1 million every time they go to one of these schools. And win or lose, they walking away with that. And it's going straight to the football program that allows them to have better training opportunities, better medical opportunities. You've seen, if you've been to a college football game at an HBCU, a dude will blow his whole knee out and there's barely anybody to come help him. But let that happen at Notre Dame, Michigan, USC, University of Washington. You got a cart coming out like it's the pros because they got pro medical staffs, because the students at that institution end up going into professional sports medicine. So it's a circular and secular, whatever you want to use. Circular, secular, silical. Am I making up words here? It's a domino effect. Now, not only is it the football program, but kids across the country to say, I want to get into sports medicine will go to these institutions. kids that want to go into sports management, become agents, financial advisors, accountants. They'll go to these institutions knowing that there's a built-in internship of sorts at these schools that allows you to have on-the-job training. So when you get out in these fields, you're highly prepared, highly skilled, and your resume speaks for itself. Dion knows that. So it's not just recruiting ball players. It's not just the weight room and new uniforms. The effect that an athletic program has on an institution is so widespread, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know how many people go to Ohio State just because it's the Ohio State? And they have stadiums with 80,000 seats, 100,000 seats on campus at the school. This is what we're talking about. Now, there's an economic boom. There's no reason in hell everybody in Jackson, Mississippi shouldn't go to a damn game because it's an event. Half the people there are students, and the other half cheering on their friends, families, and loved ones. College football environment, college basketball environments, they're fantastic. Deion Sanders knows that. So shout out to the great one. Shout out to Eddie George. Shout out to Eddie Robinson Jr. Just don't be a hoe about it, is all I'm saying. Peace to your dad, the great one. We still vibing. It's a Wednesday. Peace to the chat and everybody that's chiming in. Cuz, love you. What is going on? Welcome to my tiny deck. It is peace and love. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing fantastic because I'm is. This Alex Jones thing is wild. I was on Twitter earlier and it said, rest in peace, Willie Nelson. I say, damn. Willie Nelson? Not Willie Nelson. The Willie Nelson? I was literally going to go purchase some Willie Nelson reefer later on tonight in honor and respect of Willie Nelson. But then I get to clicking. It ain't the Willie Nelson you think. Uh, so, by the way, Willie Nelson is fine, everybody. Because what I thought I saw when it said Rip Willie Nelson didn't say Rip Willie Nelson. It just said Rip Willie. Who's Willie? I had no idea because, again, I'm an OG, too old in the game. I'm kind of washed, so I don't be knowing nothing. The last American Idols I remember was Adam Lambert and Ruben Studdard and Fantasia Barrino and the Kelly Clarkson. That's who I remember because I'm old and washed. But unbeknownst to me, this young brother right here, Willie Spence, was the most recent American Idol of our time. And Willie Spence himself passed away at the age of 23, young years old. Was he young years old? Remix. Condolences to Willie Spence and his family. I'm sure the brother had a beautiful, angelic voice, heavenly even. But Twitter don't scare me like that ever again. It happens. It happened with Sinbad. Who else it happened to? Seal, I think it happened to. They told me he died. I was like, damn, it's fucked up. But this Willie Nelson thing, Rip Willie is all it said. And I was tripping. So Rip Willie, man. Appreciate all the comments, likes. Appreciate everybody continue to chime in. Anybody who looks at this now or later, do me a favor and check me out on YouTube as Ricky as himself. You can check me out on YouTube again, on Brain Fitted. You can check me out on Twitter at STL Ricky Jones. Check me out on Twitch, Ricky as himself. Check me out on Facebook, Ricky Jones Nelson. If you look up Ricky Jones, normally you find me. A couple other Ricky Joneses out there. Shout out to Ricky Lee Jones, former Texas A&M wide receiver. And shout out to the other Ricky Jones. Me and him been having some things back and forth, pause, going on in regards to trademarks and uploads and all this. He's an R&B singer, and I've listened to his songs. He almost reminds me of Kim, the way he looks, but he don't sound like Kim. He's got a lot of product out there. Go check out Ricky Jones, the R&B singer. And in the meantime, Ricky Jones, no space. Me on everything else. On everything else. I'm gonna have to get used to this microphone and exactly like I got a thing to put it up and all of that, but why do that? Why? It's a stand. Private helicopters and airplanes. Y'all probably can't hear it. I noticed last episode when the landscapers were here, y'all couldn't hear the mowers and trimmers. Well, I couldn't hear it on the playback. So shout out to the Blue Yeti microphone. It sounds a lot better if I do this though, but I'm over here with it. Peace to the puppies. Peace to Winter, Diva, and Cleo, wherever they at. Hopefully they safe, alive, and well. This is a beautiful Wednesday. Hope y'all enjoying it. This is the Tiny Deck. I'm out here on my vibes, and I'm gonna continue to be that. And then I'm gonna get back to work. So y'all be easy, man. It's a beautiful hump day. Eat something good. Hug your children. Call your OG or your old bird if they around. If not, call their next of kin and hit somebody up and tell them what's up.